If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
MLS has renewed their partnership with EA Sports FC. I'm going to have to get used to not calling it FIFA, but alas, here we are. This is a multi-year deal that will see them partnering on content within the game and outside of the game. Before I get into the details of this, have you even been playing FIFA?
Yeah, I've actually been playing the player mode, like the player only mode, in
Hmm.
anticipation of the FIFA 23 player mode that's coming out because I think they're finally going to do it.
Okay, okay. Are you
Like,
nice in FIFA?
yeah. I'm really nice. I'm really nice.
Oh shit!
I mean,
We
in the
gotta
play,
play, bro.
like in the individual player mode, I'm really nice. Like,
Uh-uh.
I'm a little less nice in the team mode, but I'm still pretty nice.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not so good. I'm actually probably pretty trash in foot mode, but I usually play only for like the first 3 or 4 months that it comes out. I can't even remember the last time I picked up FIFA at this point. Just because it gets so tired and all of the loot chasing, like I'm not doing that. I'm not putting any additional money into the game. So at some point, it just becomes everybody has all the top players already, and you're just gonna get your ass whooped. And I'm not here for that. I just want to relax and enjoy a little soccer game here and there. But anyway, that's all beside the point. This new deal, first of all, within the game, MLS's new partnership will have them with a deeper integration within the game. So I'm expecting, you know, fan chants in there, all the stadiums. I hope, including Yankee Stadium. But yeah, some additional stuff that they can do specific to MLS. Obviously EA is excited about the multinational nature of the MLS fan base, and it's the probably the fastest growing market that they want to target. So we play a lot of video games here and drink Mountain Dew. So they're like, let us deepen this relationship and make some money off of that. Outside of the game, this will be a broadening of their relationship as it relates to the EMLS, which is I think all MLS teams currently have an esports player that plays FIFA competitively for the team.
Yes.
And they do a league series 1 and 2, and then they crown a champion, and then the winner of the championship gets to go to the FIFA World Cup, yada yada yada. So this relationship will be expanding in that way as well. I actually got to spend a little bit of time with the former player for NYCFC, Diddy Chris Lito. uh, it's very cool. They make some money out of it. Not always a lot of money, but you can make a career out of it and make some money depending on your skill level. This is fundamentally very, very good. Ken, what are you thinking about this overall? Is this gonna increase the growth of the game here in the United States as the World Cup approaches? And two, is having MLS specific content in the game going to matter for fans of MLS?
Um, I'll go to second one first. Yes, it's going to matter a lot. What you're seeing is just a continuation of something Ken Stradamus predicted, with EA Sports breaking with FIFA to do a bunch of individual deals, and they're just going to individualize up all the leagues that people care
Hmm.
about anyway. More so for like Ultimate Team and anything and those things than like anything else.
Hmm.
Like I think this is also big for like rights and licensing because of the EA Sports Story mode that's probably coming.
Mm.
Like FIFA 23, you're going to see a little bit of it, but they're like, like if you look at like Madden and you look at all these other like EA Sports games, like if you look at Live, like, their story modes are
Live. Hey, yo.
what?
Who's still playing live?
I mean, there's still a lot of people playing live and not playing 2K. But I mean,
Absolutely not, bro.
I'm
I
just
don't even
saying
remember the
if you,
last live they made. The last time they tried it, that joint was a straight nickel, and they were like, "Yeah, this has got to go," and they just gave up.
that's fair.
But anyway,
The point is, with the story modes, that's where they're really going for also like coins because you can make those more interactive, right?
mm-hmm,
So, like, the way, well, especially the way like 2K does their story modes is it's just all like DLC and like purchases, right? So, like, you want to customize your dude, like, yeah, you can customize it a little bit for free, but like, then you're gonna have to pay coins, right? Which is why I keep telling people also that it's smart for leagues to go ahead and lock up their digital properties like their NFTs and shit like that. But
mm-hmm.
like, people just look at cryptocurrency and see it as one big landmine right now. But no, like, if you're really thinking like, about migrating into the digital land space, you'd be getting your NFT rights under control too, which is where a lot of
Yeah,
this is headed also. But, all in all, I do think this is another good deal for the MLS because I think this is going to be a lot of money. Like, I don't think FIFA is going to have a competing video game in 2024. Like, I think,
no,
like, FIFA is just no longer going to be the like namesake of the game,
mm-hmm.
and like things are going to move on like pretty much unchanged, probably
Yeah,
with a little less restrictions.
it has to. The only thing I'm hoping for is more arcade, like outright arcade style soccer games, because like you said, EA Sports FC just has the stronghold right now. Pro Evo tried to switch gears. They made a free game. It's horrible. They took so many steps backwards because as they had spent like the 5 years prior, kind of building up to this, like we're coming, we're getting better, we're getting better. We have an actually better soccer game or simulation game, and then they just completely jumped off a cliff. It's like, yeah, that did not help you. So yeah, you're right. They're not going to have any competition. Um, it's just going to be EA Sports FC and hopefully a bunch of arcade games around that we can play. FIFA trying to use their branding to make their own game, as they noted in the original press release. Good luck, man. Like, you got to find a serious development team, and that's going to be a bunch of initial investment to get that off the ground in the right way. So I don't really see it myself, but we're all going to see what happens.
Well, I mean, I think we pretty much know what's going to happen. Like, it instead of it being FIFA 24, it's just going to be EA Sports 24.
Well, yeah,
Well,
that's I'm
EA
just saying
Sports
on the
FC
FIFA
24.
side, because
Oh
FIFA
yeah.
was saying they want to use their license on their own
Oh yeah,
and
they're
make a
out.
competing game, and I'm like, yeah, good luck with that shit.
I mean, I'm sure they will give it the good old college try and like go dig up like some pro Evo skeleton or something like that and try to slap FIFA on it, you
Yeah,
know, and call it like a true game simulation or something like
right.
that. But I mean, the masses don't want to play a simulation.
I don't know, man. If I were them, I would go. Man, this is some super nerd shit. But when I was in Japan, there was this game. I can't remember the name of it. I think it was like World Soccer or whatever. Anyway, it was NFTs before NFTs, bro. You would go to the arcade. They had this arcade machine. You sit down at it, has the screens in front of you, and there's like a soccer play field in front of you, like a table, but it's electronic. And you would buy packs of cards that will have players in them with attributes, and then you just make your formation. You put the cards on the actual surface in the formation that you want, and then the game plays that formation. And then you can switch out, cards for stronger players, yada yada yada. If FIFA were to lean into something like that, where they're just doing something completely different from what everybody else is doing, and like you said, lean into that NFT model, or team up with something like So Rare, who's already doing stuff where, they're selling these cards with different degrees of rarity that you can play in a fantasy league to earn whatever. If they do something like that, then they might have a shot. But just trying to build a direct competitor to the EA Sports FC video game and all the history that it's built up with all the licensing and all that stuff, it's not going to happen for you, bro. It's just not. Thank you for checking out Chop Soccer Pod Short Corners. For more, check us out on Twitter @Chop Soccer Pod and Instagram @Chop Soccer Pod. You know the vibes.